This is a walkthrough of the second midterm practice document. So you'll be given a Linux system, a basic install of CentOS with no GUI. You'll have the standard login as root, pass 1, 2, 3, 4, or user 1, and secret as the password. We'll start by logging in as root and pass 1, 2, 3, 4. The direction says you need to create an exam folder under the root and do all work in this directory for the second midterm document. So that is make directory /exam. Remember, don't forget the / if you're supposed to put it in the root directory and not in the root home folder. So now I'll change into the exam folder and type pwd just to make sure that I'm not under /root/exam, that I did create it in the right place. Now I make several directories under exam: finance, data, faculty, staff, and saves. So I'll make finance, data. I'm going to use my up arrow key and put /faculty to create the subfolder underneath data. And I'll use my up arrow key again. I'll hit it 2 times, so I'll go back to the data without anything behind it. Put a /staff, so that way I create the 2 folders underneath data. And then I'll do one last make directory and create saves. So I'll have data, finance, and saves. I'll look at the data folder and see underneath it I have faculty and staff. Now it says I need to create a file called money with the VI editor inside the finance directory. So I will change into the finance directory. You could also put cd /exam /finance to get in there. So now use VI and money.txt and insert the following text. With the text entered, of course, hit escape and do your :WQ, you see down in the lower left corner, to write and quit. Set the permissions such the owner has read write, the group and others have no permission. So I'm going to look at the file ls-l money.txt and see that we do not have the correct permission. Other people and group have read write to it. So I'll do the chmod, and remember your 421 for read write execute. If we need read and write, that's 4 and 2 added together, which gives us 6. The group and others have no permission, so that's easy. Those are zeros. Set that on money.txt, look at it, and see that the user has read write and nobody else on the system or no other group has writes. Now I create a file called Spring Report in the data directory. So I'm going to do cd ... go back a directory where I can see the data, finance, and saves, and I'm going to change into data. And create spring report.txt. Spring _report.txt, and enter the following information. With the text entered, again you hit escape and :WQ to write and quit. Permissions need to be read for the owner, read for the group, and read for everybody else. So that'd be 444. If I look at the permissions, they're not correct, so I need a chmod 444 spring report.txt. Relook at the permissions, and it is now correct, where everybody has read. It says change the owner of spring report.txt to user1 and the group to bin. So that is chown for changing owner. Then you type the username, colon, the group name, and finally the file name, springreport.txt. We'll relook at the file and verify that user 1 is now in place of the root user account and Ben is now in place of the group account root. Next, we need to copy the files into the saves folder. So I'm going to change directory and go back one so I can see the saves. And then I'm going to go into saves and issue the copy command. I'm going to do ... means go back up out of the saves folder and then go into the finance folder, and inside the finance folder get the money.txt file and copy it here. Do the same thing, ... go back up out of the saves folder, go into the data folder, grab the springreport.txt and put a period to say copy it here in the saves folder where I'm at. Now look, both files are now copied. It wants me to change the file names. So I'm going to use the move command. Move money.txt to money.sav. And then move springreport.txt to springreport.sav. I'll relook and see that the file names have been changed. Now I need to create a symbolic link inside the faculty and staff directories that point to the springreport.txt. So let's change directory, ... We'll go into the data folder. Under the data folder, we'll go into faculty. And now I'll create a symbolic link, ln-s, and it needs to be to the Spring report. So I'm going to put /exam / data / springreport.txt. And it needs to be named something different. So I'll type in the new shortcut name, current_report.txt. We'll do an ls-l just to verify that it's cyan in color and it shows it pointing to the real file. Now I'll change into the parent directory, and then I'll go into the staff directory and do the same thing. I can hit my up arrow key until I get to the ln-s, and we need to create the same symbolic link here. We'll relook ls-l, see it's cyan in color and pointing to the right file. If it's red, then the last part, the path to the original file, is incorrect. So you need to go look again, where's the original file, what all directories is it in, and check the spelling if you have it red in color. And again, always go to the folder that you want the link to be created. Notice I went into the staff folder and I went into the faculty folder. That's where the link or the shortcut was going to be created. Now it says I need to create an alias so that when you type CLS, it clears the screen, or when you type Linux, it echoes "You are cool" to the screen. I'll use the cd command, change into the root home folder, type pwd to make sure that I am in the root home folder. I'm going to edit the bash rc file. It's hidden, so I'll put period bash rc. And when you open it up, it should have stuff in it if you typed it correctly. If it's blank, you did not type it correctly. So in here, I'm going to add aliases. I'm going to go down here under the last alias, hit I to insert, and kind of replicate what they have here. Alias CLS equals clear. I can surround it in single quotes, but I don't need to. There's no space in the command clear, so single quotes are optional. And then alias Linux equals, this one I will need single quotes, and echo you are cool in single quote. So now hit escape, :WQ to write and quit. I will exit and re-log in so the aliases will load. I will type CLS to make sure the screen clears. I will type Linux to make sure that it echoes you are cool to the screen to verify the aliases work. How much space does the root partition have? That's your standard df-h command. Disk-free-h shows the root partition as 15 gigabytes available on this particular system. How much space does the home folder use? Directory usage -hs /home gives us 12K or 12 kilobytes for the home folder for this particular system. And what commands could you use to view the contents of the Spring report file? Well, again, that's cat or more or less or vi or any of the other editors that you know in Linux that can view the text in the file. So any one of those would get that question correct on the exam.